The association. Our association over Pleasant Hill, people come with big churches, like East Canaan, they all come and stay all night for a week. And you go home with somebody, stay with them all this week. But when they come to over Pleasant Hill, boy, there be so many people that get up for it. You know, like a Super Bowl, you get up for it, get up for it. And my dad said people come from Wolf City, some people from this community down here, they living in Wolf City, and Wolf City gonna come to Pleasant Hill to play baseball. And they said that was like a Super Bowl, all these people around like a big old Dallas fair around there in the community. They get out in the field, no fighting, no cussing, no gun. These people have all the children out there all day long.
How did, that sounds like that was a way bigger celebration than the Juneteenth one, but that East Caney put together, right? I mean, I know that's celebrated everywhere, but how long did people prepare for that? You were making extra brew?
Well, yeah, everybody, you know, they made everybody, there was several guys that had the old stash, but they had one guy mostly done barbecue, Nugent Lewis. You probably in fact, that might be a relative.
Yeah.
Nugent Lewis, right? He would kill, you know, he'd go out and get a cow, kill it, they cooked it in a vat, and he cooked the barbecue, they bring the sodas, and it was just one big thing. And they play baseball.
Yeah. Every community had one.
Yeah, it was the only time that you could take off work, you know. When they have the picnics, you could take off.
With no fighting with it. Everyone's out with no gun out, no gunplay. They bring that, we call it home brew, you know, back there. They take a big, we call it what's called thing, not a churn. It's like a churn. But now people use them big steel water jars, get the glass one, they put some kind of yeast in it, sugar, stuff like that. They let it sit out in the woods.
You don't know the formula.
You don't know the formula. I could make it, I guess. But anyway, it was real nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody in West Creek.
Everybody
in West Creek know how to make your own brew.
I think everybody.
So you said the farms were individually owned, or
Most of them individually owned. Now there was some that they done sharecropping.
That's this gentleman with the plantation. That's the sharecropping version. Okay. So the store was owned by somebody in the community. It wasn't a sharecropping kind of.
No.
Okay.
We did have a little store there. The guy had this, you know, sodas, candy, things like that.
Okay. And he'd take exchange, the barter for the that way. We're out of tape? Yeah. Okay.
If you could do that, just a couple more questions, I think, because I want to hear a little bit more about school, if we could.
Bible. I know most all our black churches, they want you to know something about the Bible. You know. I think they feed it to us right now, like Pastor Henry. You got to know something about the Bible before you know schoolwork, I guess, you know. And I think we put more emphasis on education right now. I won't say education, I say we put more emphasis on sports than we do anything right now, than we do education, you know. So we need this, and to me, I want everybody to get a good education. I would like to see everybody. See, education right now, it helps me, it helps me right now. Something you might know, something you in business or medicine some kind of way, you get me in that. And I teach my kids now, get all the education you get. And I think education is power, you know, so you need that, we need that. She's further educate our children. And they were saying here on the news that they said the president said he's gonna fix the work. Kids that stay in school longer, because those kids in different countries are getting ahead of us because we're not teaching their kids. And they said they laying a lot of responsibility back on the teacher. They get paid higher salary, get more money, and they just let them go through any kind of way, but they need to know something. And I figured, I want to learn something. I don't want to go through, get a degree, just make instant. Now, if you teach me tell me how to change a tire on a car, and you done told me and I just cheated on my test, I get the highway here all by myself, 100 miles nowhere. Here I got a flat tire, jack and everything, don't know how to use it. What good is that going to do me anything? I got a degree. Can't use it. I see children right now have a degree. Can't use it.
Well, our books we had down here with Henry Downs.
Oh, they were from
White School.
Oh, okay.
And same thing, Douglas High was the school we went to for high school last year. everything, even the
Yeah.
sports, the uniform for sports,
Sure.
leftover uniform. And as far as like, we didn't have any public. We didn't have books to take home. We just,
Okay, okay, you shared of them.
yeah, we had to share the books,
Okay.
and sometimes we didn't have enough
No pencils.
to go around. You know, it might be, I say, if it's 10 people in the class, you have 8 books or 7 books, and that's all you had.
Some of them didn't have no cover on them. You didn't know what the title of the book was, you know, cause
They were well used, and they were all,
So they would have been, say, a history book would have been,
Yeah.
how old do you think? I mean, what would be missing those?
Yeah, I saw some of them still 5, 6 years old, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
When you had no back, you didn't know title book. You got inside and you read something, you know.
And so school supplies, things like, you know, tablets and, no. Okay, so what did you do your homework on? You guys, so maybe a little different over the
I
generation?
think my generation, you got me buy a tablet, you know, you got to buy a pencil tablet, but no,
we had maybe a Big Chief, but we didn't have, and we had what we used to call a cedar pencil.
What's that?
I heard my dad say pencil.
It was a pencil, it was a cheap pencil. That had lead in it.
Cedar wood.
Maybe they get 2 or 3 years. You didn't lose your pencil. You put a little notch around, you know, small kids, and put it around your neck so you wouldn't lose it, because you didn't go get back, get another year and have it.
That's right.
But we had, and they had chalk for blackboards but that was about it. We had a Big Chief tablet. That was it.
My dad said when he was going to school with it, the teacher would ask him, "What y'all have for breakfast this morning?" Well, the kid had been, you know, he said a lot of kids, but we had cereal, we had Cheerio, and he said they asked him, "What do you have?" I had some meat and bread and cereal. Other kid would laugh. So his cousin said, "Why don't you tell a lie like everybody else did? You had cereal." He said he got thinking back in them nowadays. He said it wasn't a one box of cereal in the whole community. He bet. But
They didn't have cereal.
no, so they have cereal. And he told a joke. He said that after he got married back in 30-something, he said he having such a hard time, and they was building roads with mules, you know, and out there. And he said my mother was fixing him every day. Take some turnip green and put them in a biscuit. They call it a turnip green sandwich. And that's what he be eating for dinner. He put them in a bucket. And he said he went on like that. He said, "I'm tired." What you do then, you put your bucket up on a tree when you come, your dinner bucket, put it on a tree down. And when dinner time comes, everybody go get a bucket and go eat. And he said this particular day, he said, "I'm tired of eating them turnip green sandwiches." He said, "I'm going to get somebody else bucket today. I ain't going to eat mine today, I'm going to get me somebody else." He said he left out a few minutes before everybody else did. He went around all those buckets. He picked up the heaviest one of them.
They're all true.
And he took him way down the wood, like, "Yeah, you bathroom down the wood." Say, guess what that woman had for her husband in that bucket? See, she had, you know what hickory nut is, don't you? Like a pecan with hard. See, she had 8 hickory nuts and a hammer in there. 8 hickory nuts and a hammer. So he said those turnip greens wasn't so bad.
What did you have for lunch at school?
Well, out here, we had usually leftover biscuits from breakfast. And
Good too, wasn't it?
and syrup. And we had whatever kind of, you know, some ham. And no such thing as lunch meat. And we have some kind of sweet, you know, that kind of thing, we had some sweets. You know, a piece of cake or some cookies or something like that. Popcorn, peanuts.
And that was in, how did you carry it to school?
Well, sometimes peanuts, I carried them on pocket.
What do you carry? We call it syrup bucket. A gallon bucket.
It's a gallon bucket, about a coffee can.
About a gallon can. You make lay it down on top of
It
it.
had a little handle on it.
And like my mother and the rest of them, they used to can. Like you could get plums, berries, and them people, black people back then, they would can lots. They even can hog ribs and stuff. My mother tell me now, take the jar and turn the jar bottom side up with grease with the top. She knows all that stuff right now. And they put food under the house. And they take sweet potatoes, they got sweet potato house.